Imagine you're sitting across from someone, a friend, a colleague, or maybe even a date. They're speaking, but something doesn't feel right. Their words say one thing, yet their body says another. You can't quite put your finger on it, but something is off. This is the power of deception detection, a skill that can transform your ability to read people, protect yourself from manipulation, and ensure that the relationships you invest in are built on truth, not illusion. This is the world of Spy the Lie, a book that reveals the secrets of deception detection, straight from former CIA officers. What if you could spot dishonesty instantly, just like intelligence operatives trained in interrogation rooms? Today, we break down the practical lessons from Spy the Lie, what we can learn from elite deception detection techniques, how they apply in real-world situations, and how they connect to other cutting-edge research on human behavior. Let's dive in. In the intelligence world, deception isn't uncovered by catching one blatant lie. Instead, it's about spotting patterns of behavior that don't add up. The first rule of deception detection: establish a baseline. Imagine this scenario. You're at work and a colleague named Mike is accused of misreporting expenses. In a normal conversation, Mike is relaxed, makes steady eye contact and speaks with ease. But when asked directly, "Did you alter those reports?" something shifts. He pauses for a second too long. His posture stiffens. His words become vague. "Well, I wouldn't do something like that." Mike has just deviated from his baseline. According to Spy the Lie, detecting deception isn't about looking for one telltale sign, but rather recognizing behavioral clusters, a collection of verbal and nonverbal shifts that indicate discomfort, evasion, or dishonesty. These cues are universal, from boardrooms to poker tables, from first dates to high-stakes negotiations. Before assuming deception, always observe how someone behaves under normal conditions. That way, you'll know when something doesn't fit. The authors of Spy the Lie introduced the concept of hotspots, moments in a conversation where multiple deceptive behaviors converge. Here are the major red flags to watch for. First, verbal red flags. Evasive language. Instead of answering directly, the person skirts the question. For example, "Did you cheat on the exam?" "Why would I do that?" instead of a simple no. Then, over-justification, providing excessive, unnecessary details to sound credible. For instance, "No, I wasn't even near the office that night. I was at home watching Netflix, and then I got a call from my mum, and then I went to bed at exactly 10:42 p.m. Lastly, qualifiers, using phrases like, "To be honest, I swear," or "I promise," which often signal an attempt to convince rather than simply tell the truth. Non-verbal red flags, sudden posture changes, leaning away, crossing arms tightly, or creating physical distance. Eye contact anomalies, either avoiding eye contact or holding it too intensely. Both can be signs of deception. Self-soothing gestures, rubbing the face, neck or arms, unconscious signs of anxiety. Microexpressions, a quick flash of guilt, contempt, or fear that lasts for just a fraction of a second. One cue alone doesn't confirm a lie, but a pattern of multiple deceptive behaviors in a hotspot moment is a red flag that demands closer scrutiny. The way you frame a question can really make or break your ability to uncover the truth. The most skilled interrogators don't accuse. They let the subject reveal the truth themselves. Open-ended questions. Instead of yes or no questions, ask for a detailed explanation. For example, instead of asking, "Did you take the money?" ask, "Can you walk me through exactly what happened that day?" Why? Well, truthful people recall events fluidly, while liars struggle with details or contradict themselves later. Reverse order technique. If someone rehearses a lie, they often memorize it in order. So ask them to recount the events backward. For instance, you might say, "You said you went to the store first, then the gym. What did you do right before the gym?" A liar often panics, stammers, or forgets key details when forced out of sequence. Repetition trap. Ask the same question later in the conversation with slight wording changes. A truthful person will repeat the same details. A liar may forget what they said earlier and unknowingly change their story. These questioning techniques have proven effective in high-stakes interrogations, and they can be just as powerful in your personal and professional life. Deception isn't just something that happens in CIA interrogations. Every man will encounter lies in his daily life, from business negotiations to relationships. Spot manipulation in dating and relationships. Is she giving inconsistent details about where she was last weekend? Is a friend acting unusually defensive when asked about something simple? Notice patterns of deception, not just single moments of discomfort. Identify false promises in business and networking. Is someone overselling an investment while their body language contradicts their confidence? Does a colleague evade direct questions about their involvement in a project? Protect yourself from scams and fraud. Watch for excessive justifications and vague answers when dealing with sales pitches, online transactions, or new business deals. The better you get at reading deception, the less likely you are to be manipulated, misled, or betrayed. Mastering deception detection is a superpower, and Spy the Lie is your training manual. By establishing baselines, recognizing deception cues, and asking the right questions, you develop an infallible edge in life. And remember, deception detection doesn't mean paranoia, it means clarity. It means knowing who to trust, when to probe deeper, and when to walk away. So the next time something doesn't feel right, pause, observe, and apply what you've learned. The truth is always there. You just have to know where to look.